Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where this time we're going to be doing a character review and discussion of Rey. Now Rey is the main character of the sequel trilogy, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker kind of tell Rey's story. There is a supposed Rey movie in the works, due out in a couple of years that may tell the story of her, somehow rebuilding the Jedi Order and time period set after the sequels. We'll see if that actually comes to fruition. Disney has not been super reliable with all of their announced projects actually happening. But let's talk about Rey. So I think the fan base as a whole is very divided on Rey. There's some good there. I feel like a lot of potential for the character, but I think the handling of her backstory and honestly the lack of adversity that she faced compared to previous heroes in the Skywalker saga, there's a lot of flaw and there's a lot of room for improvement. Rey starts out from nothing, the kind of the classic tale of this average person living an average life that, finds out they have abilities and they get wrapped up in an adventure. And I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with how her story began, but I think once we set up this mystery of, who is her parents, who is she related to, she's someone of importance. And then we go to the second movie in the trilogy where, okay, she's a nobody. Her parents were not anybody significant. She's just Rey. Okay, cool. Then we go to the third movie and all of a sudden she's a Palpatine with no real setup. And then at the end of the movie, she declares herself a Skywalker because reasons. And that's the problem I have. It's difficult to be invested in a good character and to follow a character's story when there's no real build-up and payoff for their development. I would have been fine if she had been a Palpatine, if that had been, hinted at or set up in the beginning to have some, great payoff. And also would have been fine if she had been a nobody. They could have kept that like it was, and okay, cool. But the fact she was so easily able to defeat Kylo Ren in their first encounter, and I know some of the quote unquote canon explanations is that she had basically force downloaded some of his training and abilities to herself. And he was obviously unbalanced after just killing his father, Han Solo. But still, her skill level did not consistently fluctuate. She seemed more powerful at the end of The Force Awakens than she did in The Last Jedi. And then by the time of The Rise of Skywalker, they do show that she has received training, but she's still very inconsistent and unbalanced, and she is struggling with the darker side, but none of that was there before. She wasn't struggling with this inner darkness and anger before all of a sudden finding out she's a Palpatine. So it's for the main character of these films, I really wish they would have had a clear and consistent vision. I think that really hurt Rey's character. So we're going to go with a 5.8 out of 10. I know that's low. I know there are Rey fans out there. But, it's not like a totally bad character. There just could have been so much better things that could have been done with the character. That's all I have to say, really. Hopefully, we do get more of Rey. I think Daisy Ridley kind of, as an actress, kind of got a bad hand with the change of directors and the change of direction in the sequels. So Hopefully that can redeem itself at some point. But that's all I got for you this time. I appreciate you watching. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. We got great content coming out. And as always, may the force be with you. Now let's blow up that like button and go home.